The Dallas Cowboys defense absolutely crushed the New York Giants offense last night. Today we're going to analyze the tape and really get into some of the plays that really stood out to me. Defensive linemen, linebackers, safeties, guys that were absolutely crushing it, including plays like this where Odighizuwa is going to jump the gap here and absolutely disrupt the play. Just a fantastic play by a young defensive tackle who looks to have taken the next step. Not only does he jump the gap here, as you guys can see, but he basically disrupts the pulling offensive lineman there. And that basically allows one of the other defenders to kind of go free. And within this play, you guys can see that Damone Clark is free. You can see that Wanye Thomas is free. And between those two guys, they blow this play up. And they blow this play up to lose yards, but these were the type of plays that we saw a number of times on tape, and I'm very, very fired up to get into it. Let's jump right into the tape. Check out the NASCAR package here by the Dallas Cowboys. You got Dante Fowler, Dorrance Armstrong, Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and of course, the inside linebacker in Leighton Vander Esch, who we know has played some defensive end for the Cowboys this offseason as well as even in this game. But to me, the fact that you get 4 defensive ends on the field, 3rd and 10, and you get the sack here, this is an interesting ass formation if you guys ask me. Now, the thing that really sticks out to me is that you're going to get the defensive end here to really just contain. He's not even going to pass rush. He's going to just contain the outside, and really you're putting Micah Parsons in a one-on-one situation by simulating pressure. And what I mean by that is Vander Esch, as you guys can see, is going to line up right over the guard. And by him coming this close to this guard, the offensive lineman now has to account for Vander Esch because he may come. So that's going to put Micah Parsons in a true one-on-one situation, especially since you're going to slant this defensive lineman here to the left. So again, you're really creating a true one-on-one situation for Micah Parsons against the right guard. And there's not a whole lot of guys that can stop a Micah Parsons. This is a really, really nice design by Dan Quinn. Absolutely love it. Check this next play out. Watch DeMarcus Lawrence absolutely crush the tight end here, and he's going to get to the quarterback on this one. And this one's a very nice play by Lawrence because you can see he gets to the quarterback. And you guys can watch it from the other camera angle here. But he does a great job with the hands, the controlling, keeping the eyes in the backfield, as you guys can see him here. And as soon as he recognizes that the quarterback still has the football, look at him toss the tight end to the side. And to me, this right here is a winning rep by DeMarcus Lawrence, and a rep that really impacts the game. But it's not just DeMarcus Lawrence. As you guys can see, Odighizuwa is also right there. And you can see Odighizuwa's lined up in the 2-eye technique. The center is looking across him, which doesn't make sense to me. Why the center crosses him so much here. You guys can see the other guard, number 64, also kind of gets there, but I'm not 100% sure what happens between those guys. But Odighizuwa has a fantastic first step. Right? He'll get upfield. He'll beat you. We've already seen it on the play earlier in the game as well. You can see he's right there as well. To me, just a very, very disruptive play by both of those two guys. Now, we had heard from Dan Quinn that Marquis Bell may play the DeMarvion Overshown role. He may come down in the box and play a little bit of linebacker. And I would argue that it absolutely worked for the Cowboys yesterday. Putting Marquis Bell in the box really allowed the Cowboys to have success yesterday. The guy was very disruptive. He made play after play after play. And it's plays like this where you can see he quickly recognizes, and the fact that he's so quick, he's able to jump the gap. And he's a sure tackler, and I think that's a big part of it, right? Because you can get a guy that's not very good of a tackler, and he may read the play, but he may not be able to tackle the caliber of running back that Saquon Barkley is. So in this play, he recognizes that it is an inside run. Keep in mind the defense is slanting to the left. And Marquis Bell sees that opening as soon as Barkley gets the ball. And he shoots the gap. And he steps up and he makes the play. But it wasn't just this play. In fact, on the very next play, Bell's going to do a great job recognizing this one. You're going to get a pin pull concept to the right. It's a quarterback keeper. And again, you see Marquis Bell just recognize, read, and jump the gap, right? It looks like he was coming on some sort of blitz within this concept. But you see it. He recognizes exactly where the offensive linemen are. He recognizes how to kind of avoid it. He sees the gap kind of develop, and he blows this play up. Now, this one was a 3rd down. Now, this was a massive play, and Marquis Bell stepped up to the challenge. Dan Quinn wanted Marquis Bell to be the guy to kind of replace that Overshown role, and this is what you have to do if you want to kind of replace that role. I don't think people understand how impressive this play is because Marquis Bell is not a true linebacker, right? He's a safety. But the fact that he was able to stand in the box and absolutely get after it was freaking impressive to me. Check this one out here. You got Leighton Vander Esch lined up at defensive end. You're going to put Micah Parsons here over the center. You're going to make this center have to block him. And that center right there is a rookie. And I love the fact that you attack this center because not only do you beat him, you force the quarterback out of the pocket and you force a turnover here. I don't think people are going to talk about this play, but we definitely will talk about it. Because to me, the fact that Micah Parsons right away jumps past this guard here and within a second already has won the rep, and Daniel Jones already sees Parsons coming right at him. He knows that he has to roll out over here to the right. Now, these two guys are running a game, so unfortunately, containment does get lost within this play. But obviously, it did work out, so I shouldn't say unfortunately. But you can see the pressure that Parsons puts on Jones right away forces him to roll out of the pocket. You can see that within this play, there's nowhere for Jones to go, and he takes this shot. Terrible decision by Daniel Jones, but great for the Cowboys because Stephon Gilmore jumps it and intercepts the pass. Just a really, really nice job getting pressure after the quarterback. And you guys can watch it from the other camera angle as well. Just how quickly Micah Parsons beats the center here is freaking impressive as hell. And I like this center. Again, to me, the center is going to be a good center. But he isn't ready to block a Micah Parsons today. He isn't ready to handle that caliber of player. And you can see the instant pressure here forces Jones into a bad pass. Just a great overall job by the defensive line there. So one of the predictions I had for Osa Odighizuwa is that he's going to become a top 7 defensive tackle this season. I think he's definitely on pace for that after this game. My biggest criticism for him was that he had to get better as a run defender. And you're starting to see the flashes. You're starting to see him do a really nice job defending the run. Right? It's not all about just getting after the quarterback. And even then, he had multiple sacks in this game. But you see him defend the run. You see him walk out here and create that separation with the hands. You see him get that head in the backfield after he creates a little bit of separation. And then you see him get off the block. And I think that's the big part of this. To get off the block, wrap up the running back, and stop this play for a gain of nothing, to me, that was the big thing I needed to see from Odighizuwa. And he did this so much last night where he was just disruptive against the run, against the pass. And based off last night's game, the guy has definitely taken his game to a whole nother level. Check this play out. Watch Jonathan Hankins absolutely crush and destroy this play. To me, Jonathan Hankins is one of those run defenders that is special. And I know his pass rush isn't the best, but when it comes to pure run defense, the guy is an absolute star. You see him on this play do a great job with the left hand, gets it right to the inside of that center, and you can just see it, man. Look at that control with the left hand. Really creates the separation, takes this center and pushes him back about 2 yards. Basically, he resets the line of scrimmage on the backside of the running back. The running back has nowhere to really go. And on the front side, even then, you see Dorrance Armstrong do a great job. And you see on this play between Hankins and Armstrong, they do a great job, right? You see them absolutely crush this play here, and this play ends up losing about 2 yards. It's a really, really nice job by Dorrance Armstrong as well as Jonathan Hankins. Again, to me, Hankins is one of those guys that, as a run defender, is a very unique football player. You really saw that flash last night. Check this one out. Watch Dorrance Armstrong absolutely crush the right tackle here of the New York Giants. This is Evan Neal. You see Armstrong just do a great job with the hand placement. And you can see that he's going to not only make contact with the inside chest of Evan Neal, but Evan Neal is going to lean into it as soon as he makes that contact. And he's going to turn this power move into a speed move and rip to the outside. And just like that, he's going to get the sack on the quarterback. This is 100% on Armstrong. 100% on him beating the right tackle. Just a really, really nice job. One of the things that Micah Parsons did last night was he took on the double team. He crushed people and he opened things up for other guys. This is a great example of just that. On this one here, you see Micah Parsons take on both the left tackle and the left guard. You're going to get the double team there, and he's going to hold on to the block, right? You can see, if you look closely, you can see that Micah Parsons has the right arm of the left tackle and the left arm of the left guard. And with that, he's going to just keep pushing, but he's going to hold on to both of those guys. And to me, that's a great job right there by Parsons, because by him holding on to the double team, it allows Osa Odighizuwa to go free, and he's able to get in there and make the play. Just a really, really nice job by Parsons. Watch big Mazi Smith here get past the left guard. He's going to just absolutely jump to the inside, dip, and just get past that guard. Really nice rep, and you can see he gets to the quarterback. Now, yes, the quarterback does drop the ball, as you guys can see here, but Mazi Smith still wins the individual rep. Had the quarterback handed the ball off, Smith would have still been right there in the backfield. He does a really, really nice job just dipping right past the guard here, getting to the inside and blowing up the entire play. Just a really, really nice job. You have an inside trap here on Micah Parsons, and this is part of what I think makes Parsons a unique football player. It's how he moves with his body. It's how he's able to beat the blocks, because not a lot of people are able to move the way Parsons does. And you can see it on this play, how quick he is with the movement. Like, this guard has a zero shot to block Micah Parsons. And to me, when you watch a guy move the way Parsons does, right? Because a lot of defensive linemen here are going to make contact here with the guard. And oftentimes you would just run the ball right underneath that guard. But Parsons is so quick and so explosive that he's going to just go over the top, and he's going to just make the play over the top. And 99% of guys aren't making this play right here, where you're able to just move your shoulders and kind of get past the pulling offensive lineman, and then from there he just blows the play up. I mean, to me, that's just a really, really nice job by Parsons. Alright, guys, check this play out. This is the play in which Osa Odighizuwa actually ends up getting a sack. And he does a really, really nice job attacking the inside shoulder of the right tackle. Now, I'm not sure if this is some sort of defensive line game that they're trying to run, because it does kind of look like that based off the angle that 97 takes here, attacking the inside of the right tackle, which would mean DeMarcus Lawrence would need to kind of come around. Regardless, Odighizuwa does a great job here, beating the guard, hits the right tackle, and still gets in there and makes the play. Just a really nice overall rep, if you guys ask me. And then watch Mazi Smith here do a great job collapsing the pocket from the middle, just being tough, physical, pushing his guy as far back as he can, and just kind of collapse the pocket from there. Just a really, really nice rep. Alrighty, guys, this is the final rep that we're going to really analyze. As you guys know, the Cowboys' defensive line and defensive players, generally speaking, came out because it was just an absolute killing. I believe with about 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they came off the field. If you guys watch DeMarcus Lawrence on this one, he's going up against Andrew Thomas, and he just absolutely crushes this guy. He absolutely spins right past him. Now, I know some people have been talking a little bit about Andrew Thomas being hurt. I think that was one of the narratives that kind of started on Twitter, and I'm not saying he's not hurt, right? Maybe he does have something that's bothering him, but on this rep, you can see Lawrence just straight up spins past him, and he straight up just beats him. To me, this is exactly what you get out of a veteran in DeMarcus Lawrence. You know, yesterday the Cowboys had 7 sacks. And right now they are on this ridiculous pace if they kind of just keep this up. And what's crazy is I think they are going to keep this up. This defensive line is so freaking impressive, and they just have players that can win. They have players that at an individualized level can beat the crap out of pretty much any offensive line in the NFL. And I truly think by the time the year comes to an end, this defense will not only be the best defense in the NFL, but this defensive line will be the big factor as to why that's happening. When you can bring 4 guys and crush any offensive line out there, when you can bring 4 guys and you're as hard to block as this Cowboys defensive line was last night, you're going to have a lot of success. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to be covering the Dallas Cowboys on this channel this season, so subscribe, and I will see you guys next time with another video.